Hi, we're talking about a groundbreaking development that could change the future of independent director placements in India. The Indian Institute of Corporate Affairs IICA has partnered with six headhunting firms to facilitate placements for independent directors. This move is set to create massive opportunities for mid career professionals. Let's address the reality. Until now, the process of being appointed as an independent director has been anything but smooth. The IICA exam, thousands of candidates clear the exam, but very few actually get appointed as independent directors. Database dilemma. While you may be on the IICA database, you're just one name out of thousands. Your profile often lacks the depth and visibility required to stand out. The hiring preferences. Promoters and decision makers tend to trust professionals they already know rather than sifting through a massive database. As a result, many eligible independent director candidates find themselves waiting endlessly for opportunities that never materialize. But here is the big news. IICA has partnered with six headhunting firms to facilitate independent director placements. This is a significant shift. Why? Because headhunting firms have active personal relationships with company promoters, board members, and CEOs. They don't just search a database, they actively scout for the right candidates for the job. These firms now have direct access to the IICA's independent director database and will be leveraging it to fill the growing demand for independent directors, especially as more companies prepare for IPOs. Here is why the demand for independent directors is surging. 1. This rise in IPOs. As more companies go public, SEBI mandates them to have independent directors on their boards. Second, government requirements. Companies now require greater transparency and accountability, and independent directors play a key role in this. Third, scarcity of talent. There's a shortage of well qualified candidates for independent director roles, especially those with niche expertise in ESG, technology, and governance. This demand supply gap is why headhunting firms are being brought in to find and place the right candidates. This is where you come in. If you have the right experience and strategy, you could be in high demand. So, who exactly should be paying attention to this opportunity? The answer is mid career professionals with strong leadership experience. Here is a list of profiles that companies are actively looking for. 1. Experienced corporate professionals. If you have management experience at a senior level in large organizations, you're a prime candidate. Second, legal compliance and risk experts. Companies need experts in governance, compliance, and risk management. Third, retired civil servants, PSU officials, and ex bureaucrats. Your experience navigating government systems makes you highly valuable to PSUs and public companies. Entrepreneurs and business owners. If you have built or run a successful business, you can bring the operational mindset that companies need. Finally, women leaders. SEBI mandates greater gender diversity on company boards. So, women leaders from the private sector are in high demand for these positions. If you fit any of these profiles, this is your chance to move up to the boardroom. Here is a harsh truth. Being on the IICA database alone is not enough. Why? No search happens on the database. Many professionals we have helped were never contacted through the database. Your name is one of thousands, and there's very little information on your unique skills or experience. Limited reach. Promoters and hiring managers prefer to work with headhunting firms and trusted recommendations, not just random profiles from a database. The key reason is if you are not actively marketing yourself and networking, you're invisible. Now, here is you can stand out and get noticed by headhunting firms and promoters. 1. Get on the radar of headhunting firms. Proactively connect with the 6 headhunting firms that IICA has partnered with. Build relationships with them. Second, network with merchant bankers. Merchant bankers work with companies preparing for IPOs and help them appoint independent directors. If you can connect with them, you can get access to early opportunities. Third, leverage niche expertise. Focus on skills like ESG, governance, CSR, or emerging tech. These are the areas where independent director demand is growing. Fourth, showcase your profile on LinkedIn and industry forums. Position yourself as a thought leader in your area of expertise. Share content, engage in discussions, and make sure your online profile reflects your expertise. Fifth, attend our bootcamp. Get step by step guidance on how to connect with headhunters, identify IPO bound companies, and position yourself as a board ready professional. Now, there is an insider strategy that very few people are talking about. If you want to be appointed as an independent director, one of the smartest moves you can make is to build relationships with merchant bankers. Why? Merchant bankers are deeply involved in the IPO process. They work with companies preparing to list and they know which companies need to appoint independent directors. If you have relationships with these bankers, you can position yourself as a recommended candidate for board appointments. And there's a good news. Many of these companies are SMEs listed on the NSE and BSE's SME window. These companies are smaller, so getting in touch with them is much easier than with large corporations. Now, here is proof that our strategy works. We have helped over 30 professionals secure appointments as independent directors. Zero of these placements came from database searches. Instead, they followed our method of proactive networking with headhunters and merchant bankers. When you follow this strategy, you bypass the cluttered IICA database, you connect directly with decision makers and get ahead of thousands of competitors. If you want to follow in their footsteps, we can show you how to do it step by step. Here is why this opportunity is a once in a lifetime chance. 450 plus independent director vacancies are there. With the IICA partnering with headhunting firms, placements will move faster than ever. There's IPO boom, hundreds of IPOs are in the pipeline, and every one of them needs to appoint independent directors. The demand supply gap. There's a shortage of qualified independent directors, especially those with niche expertise in ESG, CSR, and tech. Be early, be first. Companies are actively looking for people to fill these roles now. If you wait, you will miss out. Want to learn how to get appointed as an independent director? Join our free bootcamp this weekend. You will learn how to get on the radar of headhunting firms, how to identify SME companies preparing for IPOs, how to build relationships with merchant bankers, how to market yourself as a board ready professional. This is not just theory. You will get step by step guidance from experts who have done it themselves. Don't miss out on this opportunity to become an independent director. Register now for our 3-day boot camp. Seats are limited, no recordings will be available. This opportunity could be the turning point in your career. If you want to get on the list of headhunters, secure direct referrals, and build a reputation as a board ready leader, this is your chance. Register now. See you at the boot camp.